Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and in today's video we're going to tackle the Developing SQL Database Optimizing Query Plans Part 1. The Optimizing Query Plans module provides you with instructions and devices to develop your hands-on skills in the following topics: working with SQL Server Profiler, working with Query Store, working with extended events. Three exams of objectives are covered in this lab. Demonstrate how to capture actual execution plans using extended events. Demonstrate how to capture and display the actual execution plan from the trace. Demonstrate how to optimize the queries using Query Store. During your session, you will have the access of the following lab configuration. Depending on the exercises, you may or may not use all of the devices, but they are shown here in the layout to get an overall understanding of the topology of the lab. To complete this module, you will acquire the sign up or a Microsoft Azure account. To sign up for free 30-day trial, you need to enter the following details for security purposes: name, email address, telephone number, credit card details. There are three pricing tiers that can be selected depending on their target workloads. The basic tier suits small databases. Standard tier suits web applications or workgroups. The premium tier suits critical and heavy database applications. For the purpose of this lab, you need to select the basic pricing tier. The basic pricing tier comes from the minimum charge. For more information on this Azure, please visit the following website, which is here. You can pause it and try typing it. You'll see. So, connecting to your lab. In this module, you'll be working on the following equipment to carry out the steps defined in each exercise: PLAB SQL01 and PLABS SQL02. If in case there is a problem with the in PLABS SQL01, try to turn off, reboot, or refresh, or restart, or try PLABS SQL02, either of those. So to start, simply choose a device and click power on. In some cases, the devices may power on automatically. Okay. Exercise 1. Working with SQL Server Profiler. The Server database engine delivers a collection of data and events, which is known as trace. SQL Server Profiler is a graphical user interface that you can use to create and manage traces. You can save the data and events in a trace file that can be used for troubleshooting database problems arising out of slow running queries or inefficient store procedures. In this exercise, you will learn how to work with SQL Server Profiler. Please refer to your course materials or use your preferred search engine to research this topic in more details. Ask Task 1. Capture and display the actual execution plan. The query optimizer determines the most efficient way of executing the Transact SQL queries. The results given by the query optimizer is considered as the execution plan. Database administrators can use the execution plan to identify the performance of the queries and troubleshoot poorly performing queries. In this task, you will create a trace file using SQL Server Provider that includes selected events and event columns to be reviewed. The trace file will capture and display the actual execution plan with the Transact SQL queries. Step 1. Ensure that you are powered on the required devices and connect the PLAB SQL01 or SQL2, either of those two. Okay. Step 2. From the PLAB SQL01 desktop, click Start and click Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. If, if the server management does not show on the desktop, you can try search it up from the start button and search the name in the server management studio. So open that. Let's wait. Okay, connect to server dialog box appears. From the server type drop down list, click database engine. Okay, in the server name text box, type plabs SQL01. Click connect. Shows that it is connected. Step 3. The SQL Server Management Studio's window opens. In the Object Explorer, click the Expand Database folder. Expand either double click or either use the expansion button on the side, which is the positive thing. So step 4. To select the database from the list of the database, click AdventureWorks. Okay. To create a new query from the query ribbon, click New Query. Hold on. Hold on. We have to adjust so people can see. Hold on. Okay. Step 5. The new query pane opens. To open SQL Server Profile, click the Tools menu and click SQL Server Profiler. Click the Tools and click SQL Server Profiler. So, step 7. SQL Server Profiler Windows opens. Connect to Server dialog box appears. Keep the default settings and click Connect. Just stay it like this and then connect. Hold on, sorry. Step 8. Trace Properties dialog box appears. In the Trace pane box, type Capture Plan. Click Save to File. The Save As dialog box appears in step 9. In the left pane, navigate to Local Disk, then Users, then Administrator. Sorry if it's kinda slow. One moment. And then Desktop. And then click Save. Step 10. In the Trace Properties dialog box, click the Event Selection tab. Click the Show All Events. Click on this. Step 11. Click to expand the performance node under Events column. Expand the performance. Okay, all of that are okay. Step 12. Scroll down the dialog box until you locate the Show Plan XML under Events. Hold on. This is gonna take longer than expected. So, okay. Show Plan XML. Got it. Under Events column, click the Show Plan XML checkbox. Click Run to start this trace process. Okay. Step 13. SQL Server Provider. Sorry. Capture Plan Pilates SQL1 Windows opens. Notice that the status bar of the window that indicates trace is running. Step 14. On the taskbar, click Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio icon. Taskbar. Done. Done. Or either this one. Okay. Then type the following query in the new query pane. Select distinct. Something's wrong with select distinct. Select. Something's wrong. Hold on. Hold on for a moment. Hold on. Twice. Yes. Some, something's the matter. Hold on for a moment. Cause, cause, customer key. Hold on for a moment. Um, Sorry about the short notice that there's a having a problems with my this this lab because whenever I type something, it's kind of fall behind or being lag. So I had to restart my laptop again, restart my device, and then doing that again like multiple times before it gets work again. So yeah, sorry about that. So let's continue. So continue where we left off by typing the first name, class, last name, FSR, customer, key from DBO, dim, customer, cost, left, outer, join, DBO, fact survey, response, FSR, on, cast, customer, key, equals, FSR, customer, key. This query creates a left outer join between dim customer and fax server responses table based on the common field customer key. The respective columns selected are displayed as an output. To execute the query, click Execute or press F5. Is there anything wrong with this? State 1, line 4. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Good thing I checked it. Okay, let's execute. There's something problem with this one. Mm-hmm. System query. But we'll try to skip it. Okay. Maybe because I don't have any Microsoft Azure for now. Okay. Let's see if I have many mistakes. Cast. Maybe first we'll try DO. Okay, as long as we can know what's the problem is. We'll try and find it. Okay. I think there's a problem with it, so that's the. Mhm, mhm. Select distinct cast customer key cast first name. Try to fix it. Customer last name FSR customer key from DBO dim customer cast left outer join DBO fax server response FSR on cast customer key plus FSR customer key. Okay, that will be the problem, so we don't know what happened. Invalid. How is it became invalid? But we'll see. Okay, so we'll skip on that. So step 15. On the taskbar, click the SQL Server Profiler icon. Hold on, we'll find it for sure. Or maybe I made something wrong. Open trace, new template. Hold on. Performance monitor, help contents, tools. We'll see. If I don't have the problems, I don't know what. So let's do some skipping along with others. Okay, so let's say that it's working properly. That's the problem. But we'll see. I'll fix it on right away. So on the taskbar, click the SQL Server Profile icon. Notice that the trace is running the SQL Server Profiler window. Scroll down the window until you locate Show plan XML under the event class. We'll see. Tools, SQL Server Compiler, connect. Okay, let's see. Which is fine. Hold on, we'll still fix it as long as we can. Mm-hmm. Scroll to the window until you locate the Chopin XML under the event class column. Now we saw this. Okay. Step 16. Scroll the windows horizontally from the left to right. View the other columns such as CPU, reads, writes, and duration of the show plan XML. Let's find it. Hold on. Before we begin, show plan. CPU, reads, writes, duration, client process. Okay, so it's 0. Step 17. To stop the trace process, click the File menu and click Stop Tracing. Stop trace, let's say Stop Trace. Okay. Step 18. Minimize all the windows. To open the saved trace files on desktop, double-click Capture. Hold on. Minimize everything. Let's make this one. Minimize. Minimize. And then here it is. Capture plan. Okay. Capture plan tracer file opens in the SQL Server Profiler window. Use the event class call and click Show Plan. Did I put something? Okay, that's good. Show Plan XML. The actual execution plan for the trace is captured and displayed. Close SQL Server Profiler. Okay, once we're done, we can close it down. Next, Exercise 2. Working with Query Store. SQL Server Query Store features help in diagnosing and troubleshooting query performance related issues. Query Store can hold multiple execution plans for a single query. You can use the Query Store feature to perform the following tasks. Audit the query history, analyze the usage of resources such as memory, CPU, and input-output for the database. Determine the usage of memory and CPU time by transact SQL queries. Monitor the database performance. In this exercise, you will enable the query store features and learn about the different types of query store views. Please refer to your course materials and use your preferred search engine to research this topic in more details. Task 1. Enable Query Store. There are 4 types of query stores. Views such as regressive queries, top resource consuming queries, track queries, and overall resource consumption. Each type of view is used in specific scenarios. In this task, you will enable the Query Store feature in AdventureWorks DWS Link 16 CP3 database and work with the different types of Query Store views. Step 1. On the task, click Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio icon. To create a new query, from the query ribbon, click New Query. Okay. Type the following query in the New Query pane. alter database adventure works DW 2016 TPP 3 set query slash store on. Okay, this query enables the query store features in the selected database. To execute the query, click execute or press F5. Okay, the query runs successfully and the results is displayed. Close the query window without saving the query. Uh, Close that later. Sorry. In Object Explorer, let's continue down. Hold on, let's recheck what's saving the query. In Object Explorer, let's, there you go. Right click AdventureWorks DW 2016 CTP3 and click Properties. Properties in the context menu. Step 4 Database Properties. AdventureWorks DW 2016 CTP3 Windows open. In the left pane, under the Select page, click Query Store. Go find it. Don't worry. Select a page. We can't find the Query Store, that's the problem. If we can't find it, then let's skip it. Okay. Maybe this is the Query Store, I think. Permissions, connections, securities. I guess nothing is here. Okay, we'll skip that. We will skip that part. So there's no Query Store that has existed, sadly. So step 5. To refresh the database in Object Explorer, click the refresh icon. Refresh. Under the AdventureWorks DW 2016 CTP3, Query Store is displayed. We'll see AdventureWorks, Databases, AdventureWorks, Query Store. Okay. Click to expand the Query Store. Right click, Aggressive Queries. From a context menu appears. From the context menu, click View Regressive Queries. Okay. Step 7. The right pane displays a top 25 regressive queries. During the last hour for the selected database, click metric drop-down list. From the list, click duration. Okay. Step 8. Click the statistic drop list. We'll find it, don't worry. Statistic. From the list, click total. Okay. Step 9. Click the query ID drop down list. From the list, click query ID. Okay. Step 10. At the top right corner of the regressive queries pane, click the portrait view. We'll find it, don't worry. Have to move others. See? A portrait view. Find it. From the list, click Configure. Okay. Step 11. Configure requested queries dialog box appears. In time interval section, click the recent drop-down list. From the list, click last 5 minutes. Step 12. In y-axis column chart, click the drop-down list and click additional duration workload. Y-axis. We'll find it, don't worry. In y-axis, click the drop-down list and click additional duration workload. It's already on it. Okay. Step 13. To save the changes and close the dialog box, click Apply. Make sure 3 clicks or 3 to 5 clicks on Apply to make sure and click OK. Step 14. To create a new query from the query ribbon, click New Query. Query. Okay. Type the following query in the New Query pane. Select distinct cast customer. Okay. Hope it's this one. Cast first name cast last name FSR customer key from DBO team customer cast left outer join DBO dot fax survey response. Oops, did something wrong. We have to check. FSR on. Okay. Okay. FSR on cast customer key. FSR customer key. Okay. To execute the query, click execute or press F5. Hope this is it. Okay. Okay. The query runs successfully and the result says it displayed. Close the SQL query in the regressed queries window. Close it all. Should we? Uh, should we? That's the problem. Okay. So step 15. To determine the specific nature of the database workload, in Object Explorer, under Query Store, right-click Top Resource Consuming Queries. From the context menu, click View Top Resource Consuming Queries. Okay. Go right. Okay. Step 16. The right pane shows the top 25 resource consumers during the last hour for the selected database. The planned summary of the query is displayed. Step 17. To analyze the overall resource consumption of the database, under Query Store, right-click Overall Resource Consumption. Right-click, From the menu, click View Overall Resource Consumption. Okay, let's see. Step 18. The right pane shows the overall resource consumption during the last month of the selected database. Click Standard Grid to view the query performance with related details. Find it? Standard Grid. Okay. This, the overall resource consumption pane, Standard Grid, is selected. Step 19. Scroll the overall resource consumption pane horizontally from left to right to view more details. Let's read it from left to right. Hold on. Okay. Close the overall resource consumption pane. Close all the active panes. Let's close it all. Next, Exercise 3. Working with extended events. Extended events help to understand the innermost operation of the database engine. It is a monitoring system that helps to analyze, create, modify, and view sessions data. In this exercise, you will learn to work with extended events in SQL Server Management Studio. Please refer to your course materials or use your prepared search engine research in this topic in more details. Task 1. Capture the actual execution plan using extended events. In this task, you will first start the SQL Server Agent service in PLAB SQL01. You will create a new event session under Extended Events. You will capture the events from the event library. You will then configure the events to collect additional fields and specify the filters. You will watch the live data and view the query execution plan from the extended event. Step 1. In the Object Explorer window, right-click SQL Server Agent. Hold on, we'll fix this one. Let's widen it up. SQL Server Agent. Let's find it. The context menu appears. From the context menu, click Start. Are you sure you want to start this SQL Server Agent service on PLAB SQL1? Yes. Let's wait. To confirm the start of the SQL1, click Yes in the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio's message box. Okay. Step 3. Please wait while the SQL Server Agent's service is started. In the Object Explorer, click the Expand Management. Expand, which is Extended Events. Okay. Step 4. To create a new query from the Query ribbon, click New Query. Okay. Type the following query in the New Query pane. Create event session. Capture execution on server at the event. Okay. SQL Server query post execution show plan action. Hold on for a moment. Action SQL Server database name SQL Server plan handle SQL Server SQL text where SQL Server session empty user practice labs. We'll find the dash, don't worry. Oops. Wrong. Administrator. Okay. Add target package 0 ring buffer with max memory 4096 KB. Event retention mode equals allow single oops some space event loss. Okay, we'll see max dispatch latency 30 seconds. Max event size 0 KB. Memory partition mode no track causality casualty. Okay, startup state of okay. This query creates a new event session plan named capture execution plans. Okay, Step 5. Execute the query. Click execute or press F5. Okay. The query is successfully executed. The event session plan is successfully created. In Object Explorer, click to refresh icon to refresh the extended event node. 2, 3. Okay. Right click capture execution plan. We'll find it. Don't worry. Okay. From the context menu, click start session. Okay. Step 7. The capture execution plan is started. Right click capture execution plan and from the context menu click properties. Hold on. Properties. Okay. Step 8. Please wait while the database loads and the extended events information. The session properties dialog box appears, which is this one. In the left pane, under select a page, click events. Hold on, you'll find it. Click events. Okay. Step 9. To search for event in the right pane in the event library box, type show. The required events are listed. Okay, we got 3. Step 10. To select the event that needed to be captured from the event library, click Query Post Compilation Show Plan. The move event appear in selected events. Let's see. We read it. Click the right arrow button to move the event to the list of selected event. Okay. See. The move event appears in the selected event box, which is this one. To configure the event to collect additional fields and specify filters, click Configure. Configure. Step 11. Under the selected events, click to place a tick mark against Query Post Compilation Show Plan. Okay, hold on. Sorry about that. Query. We'll find it, don't worry. Query Post. We'll find it, don't worry. Query Plan. Server. Okay, dump. Query hash. Plan handle. Let's find it. Okay, plan handle. Okay. Under the selected event, click the place tick mark against Query Post Execution Show Plan. Click OK. Step 13. In the Object Explorer, click AdventureWorks DW 2016 CPP3. Okay, to create a new query from the query ribbon, click New Query. Type the following query in a new query pane. Let's type it out. MP2 employee key. Let's recheck everything. EMP2 first name, EMP3, EMP2 last name, EMP1 employee key, parent, employee. Okay, EMP1 first name, parent, EMP first name, EMP2 last name, parent, EMP last name, from dim employee, EMP1 inner join dim employee, EMP2 on EMP1 employee key. That's the EMP2 parent employee key. Okay, this query creates an inner join on dim employee table. To run the query, click execute or press F5. Dim employee level 16 state on line 1. I don't know what just happened, but I did type everything. That's the problem. That we can see it because I don't have the Microsoft Azure. That's the problem. So yeah, that's it. Step 14. In the Object Explorer, right-click Capture Execution Plan. Capture Execution Plan. Let's find it. Okay. Right-click. From the context menu, click Watch Live Data. So, step 15. In the Live Data pane, click Query Pre-Execution Show Plan. Okay, let's wait for a moment. Let's wait for a moment. because it's just still retrieving information from server. Let's wait. If there's none, and then let's skip. We can find it. That's kind of sad though. So step 16, click the query plan tab. And still can't skip about it. So we'll see if I can work or not. Flashlight data. Okay. Then we'll wait for that. Okay. Well, there is a major issues about that. I try to wait for the information, but it seems that there are no information that I have received after what happened. So I checked everything, I reset everything, and then there is none actually. I don't know what happened, but there is one problem that I have to use that I haven't done it. Like no, it's about the Microsoft Azure, Azure, if that's what you call it. So we can skip everything. Step 15 in the live data pane, click query pre-execution show plan. We skip every step of it because we don't have any informations that we input. There's no information, so let's just read it all. So step 16, click the query plan tab. It shows the query execution plan for the extended events. Step 17, to view more details of the query plan tab, scroll the pane horizontally from left to right. Close all the active windows. To close everything. I don't know what happened to this one. I checked everything, but it seems that there are none. It doesn't show. There are others that doesn't show about saving the data or saving it. So that's all. Shut down all virtual machines. See, we're going to shut down later on. So now we know all the summary, or say summary, covering all the following activities in this module: working with SQL Server Profiler, working with Query Store, and working with extended events. So that's all that I have this video. I'm really sorry for the most of the videos that I've input. That there are some codings that I did copy. Yes, I did copy the exact one, but there is a time that issue has been problem, but I'll try to fix it on knowing the problem, and maybe I don't know if I make it a part two about um, this topic, but yeah. So thank you all so much for watching and all the support, and hope you learned something. So thank you.